Nobody expected this. Kendrick Lamar's new track GNX has just blown the roof off Germany's Apple Music charts. Fans are losing their minds. Overnight, GNX surged straight into the top 10, leapfrogging Drake and leaving the whole hip-hop world stunned. Social media went wild, with fans posting shocked reactions. INDUSTRY insiders trading accusations, and even some of Drake's most loyal supporters questioning if the crown had finally changed hands. What really set it off wasn't just the numbers, it was the drama behind the scenes. Rumors flew about secret marketing moves, surprise guest verses, and back-channel messages between teams. Fans are shocked. Emotions ran high, and the family was left divided as old alliances shattered and new rivalries erupted. Everyone's asking, how did Kendrick pull this off? Why did Germany become ground zero for the hip-hop battle of the year? And what's Drake going to do next? Buckle up, because this story is packed with twists, betrayals, and a global showdown that's got the entire world talking. Keep watching, because nothing about this chart war is as simple as it seems. The drama started slow, like a storm brewing in the distance. It was just another Friday in the music world until the first numbers came in. Fans had been waiting for Kendrick Lamar's GNX to drop, but nobody expected it to catch fire so fast, especially not in Germany. For months, Drake had owned the top slots on Apple Music's charts in Europe, and people assumed it would stay that way. Then, almost overnight, GNX surged into the top 10. And suddenly the whole game changed. Music blogs caught the scent first. Kendrick Lamar shakes up Germany. One headline blared, and within hours, every social media feed from Berlin to Los Angeles was packed with screenshots of gangs sitting above Drake's latest single. Fans are shocked wasn't just a phrase. Was the truth? Comments poured in, mixing disbelief and pride. "Never thought I'd see the day Kendrick took over here," wrote one fan from Hamburg. "Drake must be sweating right now," joked another. Every post, every tweet added more fuel to the fire. As the numbers kept climbing, the reactions grew more intense. Industry insiders started whispering that Kendrick's team had pulled off a masterstroke of marketing, planning secret pop-up events in Berlin and Frankfurt that went viral within minutes. One leaked video showed crowds chanting Kendrick's name in the streets. The whole scene lit up with cell phone lights and pure energy. "This isn't just a hit song," one promoter said. "This is a movement. It feels like the whole country just switched sides overnight." Emotions ran high as old alliances began to crumble. Of course, Drake's camp wasn't about to take the loss quietly. His team posted a series of cryptic stories on Instagram, hinting at funny business on the charts. One producer went on live, "It's not always about the music, you feel me? Sometimes it's who pulls the right strings." Fans took sides, and soon the comments turned into a loot war. Team Kendrick claimed victory, celebrating a long overdue win for real hip-hop. Team Drake shot back, calling it temporary, even blaming bots for the surge. The family was left divided. Even within the music industry, some artists congratulated Kendrick publicly, others stayed silent. Worried about burning bridges? Meanwhile, German fans felt caught in the middle. For years, Drake had dominated local playlists, but now something about Kendrick's message resonated deeper. Radio hosts debated the meaning behind GNX, comparing lyrics, discussing culture, and analyzing what it meant for the future of hip-hop in Europe. One podcast guest said, "This isn't just about who's got the hottest track, it's about a shift in the culture." Germany is sending a message to the world. The segment went viral, and suddenly every news outlet wanted a piece of the story. The tension only got thicker as the week went on. Drake unfollowed several German influencers, setting off a chain reaction. Rumors spread that his team was pressuring Apple to audit the charts, suspecting foul play. Kendrick, on the other hand, kept silent. Let the numbers and the fans do the talking. When a Berlin-based fan page posted a video of 1,000 kids screaming every lyric to GNX outside the central train station. Kendrick simply liked the post and kept moving. The silence hit harder than any tweet could, but not everyone was happy about the sudden change. Some local German rappers used to getting Drake's cosigns, worried they'd be shut out now that Kendrick was on top. One up-and-coming artist went live, frustration clear in his voice. "This industry picks and chooses who wins. Today, it's Kendrick. Tomorrow, it's Drake again. What about the rest of us?" His rant caught fire, splitting fans even further. Drama exploded in comment sections as smaller artists accused both Kendrick and Drake's teams of caring more about numbers than about supporting the local scene. As the story kept twisting, even more drama bubbled beneath the surface. A rumor broke that a top Drake collaborator had reached out privately to Kendrick's team, hinting at a possible switch of allegiance. Nobody confirmed anything, but hip-hop Twitter was convinced something big was brewing. And it wasn't just about chart positions anymore. Fans everywhere started speculating on secret beefs, next moves, and what this meant for the future of music in Europe. By the time the weekend hit, Germany's Apple Music Top 10 looked completely different. Gang was still climbing, Drake's track was sliding, and new names were fighting for a place. The world watched, waiting for the next twist, while behind the scenes, both camps were preparing for a showdown that would go far beyond just one song or one chart. For the first time in years, the balance of power in global hip-hop felt like it was shifting right in front of everyone's eyes, while the world was still buzzing from Kendrick's sudden takeover in Germany. The tension behind the scenes got messier by the hour. In industry offices from Munich to Los Angeles, phones rang nonstop. Insiders whispered that Apple Music's European team was holding emergency meetings, trying to understand just how GNX had shot up so fast. One source leaked, "They're scrambling. Bro, nobody saw this coming." The execs are watching Germany like it's the new epicenter of hip-hop. Fans are shocked, and every outlet wanted answers. On social media, Drake's fans were relentless. They launched hashtags, posted memes, and even started digital petitions demanding a recount of chart streams. "It's impossible. No way, Kendrick beats Drake over here." One fan tweeted, racking up thousands of likes. Others posted side-by-side playlists, analyzing every possible angle, streaming spikes, radio play, and whether Germany's hip-hop scene was ready for a new king. Emotions ran high as stan accounts went to war, pulling up old interviews and even tracking which celebrities liked or commented on each artist's posts. Kendrick's silence was deafening. And that only made things worse. Every time he tweeted about something totally unrelated, food, art, or even basketball, fans rushed into the replies, begging for a comment on the chart war. But Kendrick just posted a simple gif of a chess move. People lost it. The king's playing chess, while everyone else plays checkers, a fan account declared. Meanwhile, Drake went live from his London hotel, acting unbothered but dropping a sly line. "Sometimes you gotta let the numbers breathe before you question the math." His voice was cool, but the tension was obvious. The conflict didn't stay online. German radio stations jumped on the story, hosting panels and call-ins where fans debated whether this was a one-time fluke or the start of a revolution. One older host said, "Drake's been the face of global hip-hop for so long, but maybe Germany is just ready for something real." Kendrick speaks to the struggle, and right now people feel that. Callers argued, voices sometimes trembling with emotion. The family was left divided, and not just among the fans. Industry professionals were choosing sides, and some even started questioning their own loyalty. In Berlin, clubs switched up their playlists, dropping GNX at midnight and watching the crowd go wild. Videos hit the internet-packed dance floors, people singing every lyric. The whole scene lit with the kind of energy you only get when something new is in the air. At one party, a well-known German rapper was filmed throwing his drink and storming out after a DJ played GNX 3 times in a row. It's not about the song. He ranted later on Instagram. It's about what it means this industry picks favorites, and the rest of us are left fighting for scraps. The ripple effects kept coming. A producer who'd worked with both Kendrick and Drake tweeted, "Sometimes the people just want change. You can't buy love, no matter how big your brand is." Fans everywhere started speculating about who would switch teams next. Would more artists leave Drake's camp for Kendrick's? Was there a secret alliance forming in Europe? Drama exploded as new rumors surfaced about upcoming surprise features, diss tracks, and even possible collabs between German and American artists. By midweek, everything felt up in the air. German fans who once argued over local rappers were now fully invested in the Kendrick versus Drake saga. People who never cared about charts were now refreshing Apple Music every hour, hoping to see GNX rise higher. Music magazines published think pieces. Is Germany the new hip-hop capital? Has Kendrick finally ended Drake's European reign? The conversation had gone global, and nobody wanted to miss the next twist. One thing was clear. Though longer Kendrick stayed at the top, the more pressure built on Drake and his team to respond. For the first time in years, the superstar looked rattled. And for Kendrick, every new fan in Germany felt like a piece of history. Another brick in the wall he was building against the old guard. Everyone watching knew this was about more than music now. It was about respect, legacy, and a battle for the soul of hip-hop. As the days passed, the competition between Kendrick Lamar and Drake turned into an all-out war. One that spilled far beyond music charts and into the culture of Germany itself. The headlines were relentless. Even mainstream news anchors who barely covered hip-hop devoted segments to the American rap invasion and the question of why Germany had fallen so hard for GNX. Every cafe, every train, every Instagram story seemed to echo with Kendrick's lyrics. Fans are shocked at how quickly loyalties shifted, while old heads argued that this was just the start of something bigger. In Frankfurt, a pop-up art gallery went viral for dedicating an entire room to the GNX effect. Giant projections showed fans in Berlin and Munich singing the chorus on loop, while graffiti artists painted murals of Kendrick towering over the city's skyline, 1 foot planted on the Apple Music logo. The drama wasn't just online anymore, it was on the streets. Students debated the meaning behind GNX in classrooms. And even professors started weighing in on the cultural shift, with some calling it a reckoning for European hip-hop tastes. As the hype grew, so did the bitterness from Drake's loyalists. Some organized a mass Drake Day, where they flooded Apple Music with streams of his entire discography, hoping to reclaim the top spot. When that failed, the conspiracy theories went into overdrive. A Twitter thread went viral claiming Kendrick's label had rigged the charts through paid ads and viral stunts. Kendrick's fans laughed it off, calling it sour grapes. But Drake's team doubled down. His longtime producer posted, "Don't be fooled by numbers, real influence lasts longer than any chart position." Emotions ran high, and the family was left divided, with some fans even unfollowing each other over their loyalty. Behind closed doors, things got even messier. Insiders leaked that 2 major German festivals were fighting over who would get Kendrick as their headliner, while Drake's team quietly lobbied for exclusive performance deals to stop any further damage. Promoters clashed, and one even went on record saying, "I've never seen egos this big. These are artists who usually control the game." But Germany flipped the script. Industry contacts started switching sides, and one manager was caught in a group chat saying, "If you want to stay relevant, you better move with the wave." Then came the biggest twist yet. A mysterious snippet of a new Drake song leaked online, one where he rapped about copycats climbing foreign charts and crowns that don't fit. The internet lost its mind, and hip-hop media speculated non-stop. Was this a direct shot at Kendrick? Would Kendrick respond with his own diss? Fans begged for more, filling up both rappers' comment sections with "drop the track." And who's the real king now? Meanwhile, German artists who once idolized Drake now saw an opportunity to align with Kendrick. Several started teasing new collabs and posting backstage selfies with Kendrick's crew. One rapper even went on live saying the future is, now we ride with Kendrick. For the first time, local acts felt seen that made the old guard nervous. You could sense a power shift that went deeper than just one hit song. Through it all, Kendrick remained the eye of the storm, posting cryptic images of German cities tagging local artists, but never directly addressing the beef. Drake, usually the king of the subtweet, started going silent except for a few veiled shots in interviews. The air was thick with suspense, and both sides waited for the other to make the next big move. As the weekend approached, one rumor swept through the hip-hop world. Kendrick and a legendary German rapper would be performing a surprise show in Berlin, live streaming to millions. Tickets sold out in minutes. Fans lined up for hours, hoping to catch a glimpse. The pressure was on, the city was buzzing, and everyone wondered if this would be the moment that settled the war, made it explode all over again. As the weekend arrived, Berlin was electric. Everywhere you turned, people were talking about Kendrick Lamar and the rumored secret show. The city's hip-hop clubs had lines around the block. Street vendors sold unofficial GNX shirts, and every news van in town seemed to be parked outside the venue. Even Drake's fans showed up, some hoping for a last-minute surprise, others just there to witness history. Everyone knew that whatever happened tonight, things would never be the same. Inside the venue, the energy was pure chaos. German rap legends mingled with international stars. Influencers live-streamed every moment, and the anticipation was so thick it was almost suffocating. The rumor mill was working overtime. Some said Drake had booked a rival pop-up party across town. Others insisted he'd flown in secretly to crash Kendrick's set. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family was left divided. The city split into Team Kendrick and Team Drake. Finally, the lights dropped and a roar swept the crowd. Kendrick appeared not just with a rumored German rapper, but with a parade of local talent who'd never before been given such a global platform. He opened with GNX, and the building shook. Everybody knew every word. The whole place a sea of waving arms and screaming voices. Halfway through the show, Kendrick paused and spoke into the mic. Music is bigger than borders, bigger than numbers. This is for the culture, for the future. The crowd went wild, tears streaming down some faces, phones everywhere capturing the moment. As the set went on, he brought out one surprise guest after another, blurring the lines between American and European hip-hop. Backstage, record execs scrambled, realizing in real time how much the landscape had shifted. The show was live-streamed to millions. Clips trended instantly. The hashtag GNX in Berlin hitting #1 in hours. Drake, meanwhile, dropped a series of cryptic Instagram stories, videos of him in a dark club, pouring a drink, captioned, "They love you till they don't." When the show finally ended, the city erupted. Bars replayed the stream on TVs. Fans spilled into the streets chanting Kendrick's name. And the music world tried to make sense of what had just happened. Even Drake's closest supporters admitted this was a cultural reset that went far beyond chart positions. Artists and fans everywhere were inspired to dream bigger. And the rivalry felt less like a feud and more like a turning point for global hip-hop. By Monday morning, Apple Music confirmed GNX had not only held its spot, it climbed even higher. Drake's team issued a short, tense statement congratulating Kendrick on his moment. But behind the scenes, the plotting continued. German rappers who had felt invisible just days before were now getting international calls. Everyone wondered, what would Drake do next? Would Kendrick hold the crown? Or was this just the beginning of a whole new era of rap drama? One thing was certain after this weekend. Nobody would underestimate the power of a single song, a single moment, or a single city to change the game forever. Germany was now on the map. The world was watching, and in the end, the only winner was hip-hop itself. If you watched this whole saga unfold, you already know this wasn't just a chart battle, it was a cultural earthquake. Did Kendrick truly change the game in Germany? Or will Drake make the ultimate comeback? Was Gang's rise just hype? Or are we witnessing a new era in hip-hop? How do you think this global rivalry will play out, and whose side are you on? Drop your thoughts, hot takes, and wildest theories in the comments below. Let's see who's really riding for Team Kendrick and who's still loyal to Drake. Smash that like button if you felt the energy of this global drama, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping hip-hop news, battles, and surprises. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss the next twist, because if there's one thing we know, the hip-hop world never sleeps, and neither does this channel. Stay tuned. Next chapter is just getting started.